We are continuing our afternoon out at the Cleves Athletic Club, the grand opening of the former Laurel Hill Swim and Tennis Club, and it's going to be really an outstanding facility here. We've been talking to a lot of the people who are the driving forces behind organizing it, and again here with certainly two people that have to be considered one of the first families in Toledo for all the great things that they've done in the community, Cleves and Kathy Delp. And I know that this is a great day for you, Cleves, and thinking back, for example, we saw when you broke ground on Mercy Field, and that was certainly a great day, and I think this day has to be right in that same ballpark as far as a great thing for the community.
Yeah, it really is, Greg. You know, I think about the connection between Mercy Field and what we're doing here at Cleves Athletic Club, and, you know, they're both focused around youth athletics and a family-oriented situation, which candidly, I think we need more of.
Absolutely, no question about it. And you really want to make it a family kind of environment, and what better pair of individuals to really lead that, because your family has certainly been involved in tennis forever and probably will continue to be. That's a very important thing here, is it not?
Yes, we've spent a lot of time on the tennis courts and looking forward to a lot more time here.
Yeah, we've certainly seen a lot of the Delps and your family, an extended family. The Spinazas are great tennis players too. And I thought it was interesting that you two were both part of Laurel Hill, even long before you even knew that you were going to be Mr. and Mrs. one day, correct?
Yes, my family, we started playing tennis here, my sister and I, when we were in 6th and 7th grade. And Cleves' family were members here.
Founding members.
Founding members, so even before that. Came back together years later after we got married, playing tennis here again.
And even at Laurel Hill, that was the family focus was a really important part of that. So it's really a continuation of the tradition. It's new, but it's a continuation of tradition.
It is. And you know, I know you visited with Norm Heidinger, who founded this place in 1965. This is 50 years since this place began, and there have been a number of changes over the years, maybe not as dramatic as what we've experienced this last summer, but it really is about family. And going back, Greg, to the other comment, there is something greater than sports, and there's more to learn than just the winning and even the losing. There's growing as kids and doing it with your mom and your dad and your brothers and your sisters. We've been blessed by this experience in tennis with our family, and it's a privilege and an honor to be able to extend that to other families who might enjoy that for the next 50 years here at Cleves.
You made a comment, I think, at the opening of Mercy Field, something to the extent of that. There's more than just sports, but when you put sports in, you can really derive so much more out of a lot of the other things.
Yeah, you know, we talked about all the memories that are going to be made at Mercy Field, and I sort of feel the same way here. I think there's going to be great memories. There's going to be winning, there's going to be losing, there's going to be sportsmanship, there's going to be fitness that's learned, but there's values that transcend the facility and even the sport, and if that can happen here, it'd make it all worth it.
And I have no doubt that that is going to happen. And certainly, too, I know all your kids have fond memories of Laurel Hill, and I think it's a great thing, and certainly you must concur that to be able to continue that for future generations, too, is just a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it was hard to imagine this not going forward, and we're thrilled and excited to have it happen.
And Greg, I want to be clear. If I was left to my own devices, and we've owned Laurel Hill, the facility, for 12 years, but to take over the operation may not have been the first choice for me. I recognized how important it was, candidly, to Kathy and our family that this place continue and go forward, and that was every bit as much a motivating force as anything.
Talk about the renovations that have been made, because they're very, very impressive, and certainly I think that's something that's going to really just jump out somebody who has maybe never even known the legacy of Laurel Hill, and they look here and they say, wow, they're doing this doing it first class, they're doing it right.
Yeah, so the first thing we had to do is rebuild the infrastructure and put the place really back to where it was 12 years ago when we found it. I'm talking about heating, I'm talking about adding air conditioning, I'm talking about plumbing, I'm talking about the very new roof, I'm talking about a parking lot, I'm talking about the foundation. A lot of the stuff had to be put back in a way that it was when we started this journey. And then we got caught up with dreaming. And when you start dreaming and I see cool stuff, I think it's cool stuff, and we want more and more of it. So we've done some things, not only in the color, but in the feel, the technology, the access to the technology. And then, last but not least is the people. At the end of the day, it's people, people, people. And we're blessed with great people. I think about Jeff Mulcarrick, our new general manager, former athletic director of the CYO. I think about Mark Faber, our director of tennis, head tennis professional at Toledo Tennis Club, head tennis coach at St. Francis, US TPA, PTA elite professional. I think about Kim Pasella, former Notre Dame tennis player, head coach at Notre Dame, and has been a big part of our family's development in the instruction. And now Bob Cook. So Bob is the head tennis professional at Findlay. During the summer is our tennis concierge. And by the way, we made that up. So what a tennis concierge does is helps folks create tennis matches. And the ladies do a better job, I think, of creating their own matches. Guys, not so much. We need someone to call us and say, would you like to play? So Bob Cook, all day, every day, is going to have one mission, and that's to create more tennis for the adults who play tennis here, and juniors if they need challenge matches. So it really is a phenomenal team, and we've got Matt McEwen helping out, and Susie Miller who's going to be helping out. So we really do have a pretty fine crew, and as good as the facility are, the people are better.
You got a lot of the big names in the tennis community there. I'm already envisioning some great challenge matches we can put on Bcsn. That ought to be really great. And this whole thing, I think, is going to be a tremendous success. Thanks to both of you for being with us. And tremendous tour guides you lined up today. And Winston at the desk holding things down today. Boy, he's done a great job, too. So certainly appreciate both of your time today. And it was
Greg,
great
thank
being
you
here.
for all your support of tennis in Northwestern Ohio and all sports. We're blessed to have you, by the way.
Well, thank you very much. And that will be for this edition of BCSN Sports Flash. Cleves and Kathy Delp from the Twos Athletic Club.